Right guys, welcome back to another episode. We got some very special cars for you today. Namely, DEE'S ES1200 is completed, so we're going to be doing some road testing on that. That is our full built package, and as it says ES1200, it makes up a 1200 wheel. To find out the exact power, you'll see it on the dyno later on, and we'll show you what exactly it made. YASSER'S ES800 that you've seen previously has now been upgraded with our billet intake manifold. So there's again some very exciting results with that, and we will have the results for that on the road and on the dyno as well. So keep watching, stay tuned, and we'll take you through the rest of it today. So a couple of weeks ago we had YASSER'S 901.1 on the dyno ES800, and it made 773. Yasser wanted a little bit more, so we upgraded him to our billet intake manifold and changed the intercoolers to some DO88 ones, as he had an unbranded set before. So he's now got our full ES800 package along with our billet intake manifold. Now what we decided to do is just put it on the dyno first of all and see what it does with the same tune that he made the 773 on. And the result was that it made 855 to the wheels and 706 foot-pound of torque. This was a little bit too much from what we would want to push the stock engine to in terms of torque, so we tuned it back down a little bit to 852 and 679 foot-pound of torque, and that graph will show you now as well. Yeah, so you can see the gains were massive, and if we show a comparison as well, I'll show you that. Right, there we go. There's the ES800 in green with the stock intake manifold against the red in the with the billet intake manifold. You can see the gains are 120 wheel horsepower there at 5,300 RPM. So there's massive gains. 130 wheel, 135 wheel, 148 wheel. It's just massive gains. 140 wheel horsepower there. It's yeah man, it's really insane gains throughout the whole RPM range. You also see the torque slightly move a little bit later, which is a bit safer for the engine anyway. But yeah, you can understand why that's such a worthwhile modification, because you can see the power change there. It's awesome. So we've had this car on the road. We did a quarter mile, and it's actually done the fastest quarter mile we've had in the UK from a 901.1. Yeah, it's already done a 9.44. We're just going over it for some more boost leak checks, and then going to do some more testing on the road, and we'll show you the draggies on that in a little while as well. This is the stock plastic intake manifold. You can see on top this goes in like that, clips into place, and you can see the top part where it connects to the actual plenum. It's a very small area. Then you got the runners, the plastic part there, but it's full plastic. So in comparison, you can see our billet intake manifold compared to that small pipe there. You have a much larger volume over there where the plenum is, and then obviously on the side as well. This whole area is much bigger compared to the stock one, and obviously as it's all billet, that's not going to crack or break and fall into the engine like this would. So you can see the actual aesthetic difference in the manifolds, and then obviously the performance gain you've seen there, you've seen over there as well on the dyno. But this thing here, it's a game changer, definitely a game changer. There's other manifolds that are on the market. However, their design isn't as well developed as this is, because they can change the torque curve and bring more torque in earlier. For a stock motor, that's not ideal. If you've got a built engine, it's different. However, for a stock engine, you don't want the torque coming in too early, because it's not going to be safe for the stock rods. So yeah, there's been extensive research done by Emery and the team to develop this intake. We've gone through many revisions, but yeah, that works really well for that engine. So yeah, it's definitely something that's worth looking into, especially at this sort of power level. It's worth the money and peace of mind for sure.
Danny, YASSER'S car?
Fast, man.
Quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. For what it is,
Yeah.
with the inlet, it just makes a mad difference, man. Like 420, I know it's on.
Power up top is
it's
pretty insane,
mad.
right?
9.4.
And I think, yeah, 9.4, 4 quarter mile,
Yeah.
150 mile an hour, quarter mile track speed, car series. But I've been on the phone to Yasser, he's on holiday right now. So work, holiday, you know, pleasure holiday, but he's abroad. So I spoke to him this morning saying, look, your car's ready to collect. And he wants more power.
Yeah.
He wants things to go faster. He wants a 3-second car. So we said, yeah, that's fine. We can do it, but not with the current build. So this car, I think, it's gone through now. First, he had the first ES800. We did that.
Yeah.
And then he changed his mind. He wanted more power.
So we'll put the inlet on.
We put the intake on and changed the intercoolers. It's done now. And he wants more power again.
So, yeah.
So yeah, watch this space. This car's going back in now again, straight back into the workshop. It's going to get stripped down. Engine's going to get sent over to Emery, and yeah, he's going big now. So 4 litre car now. He wants to go and get some serious numbers, serious time. So, but yeah, watch out for YASSER'S car now. Hopefully when it comes out the next time, you'll be happy with that power.
And then keep it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We want this out of the workshop.
That's it. So yes, just keep watching and stay tuned to this one.
Yeah, man.
In the workshop, Danny, yeah?
Yeah, man. Let's get this engine out, get it to Emery, and then get him some more power.
Sounds so good though, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Right, so now we had the Monster ES1200 on the dyno as well, and Dee's car on 2.2 bar, I think it was in the end, with an E60 mix. We ended up with .1236 at the wheels and 923 foot-pound of torque, which is some serious power. That's, you know, well over 1400 at the crank. That car now is going to be, Danny's just doing another boost leak check and then we're going to take that out on the road and drag it. But just to give a bit of an insight on what the actual setup consists of, that has our 4-litre bottom end and our motorsport heads. So it's the same heads as on the ES 1400, but not the same bottom end. So it's kind of a hybrid between the 1400 and the 1100, hence why it's 1200. It's got Garrett G30 770 turbos, our custom fuel system, again our billet intake manifold, Dodgson clutches, Cyvex on there as well. So yeah, it's our full kit from top to bottom. Everything made and developed by ES. So this is the actual final power figure that we're going to keep it at for the dyno. There's a little bit of room left because that car's going on an OG battle in a couple of weeks as well, so we'll save that for then if we need it. But yeah, you can see from the power curve the actual torque delivery, and the torque curve once it comes on is very flat. It holds right to the end, and the power curve again is really linear as well. So with the addition of the LSD that's on that car and the other suspension modifications that he has on there and the tyres and everything, it's going to be a really fast car. We're really excited to see what it does, so can't wait to see Danny get that out on the road now, drag it and see what happens.
I have literally just finished DEE'S 991 Gen 2 off. We've just been doing a few little road logs and stuff like that, sending them off to make sure everything's all good with the car. So now we are happy with the car, we've just got to go out and get these numbers for it. So DEE'S is...
These numbers, competition between me and him, who gets a better number.
This guy. Huh?
We're gonna get him next.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna get him now.
Isn't it?
Impossible.
If he can catch me, that is. But yeah, so this is... Right, Rubase, that's enough. Look, this is cut. He needs the limelight. He needs the limelight. So this is build like, well, as Amir says, like 4.5. So we've done Taha's 997, we've done Wahid's ES 1100, Craig's ES 1000, which is now back to go big time. So what's that? It's 1, 2, 3. And then we've got Amir's R8 that I'm like 70% there, but customers come first. So I've dropped that for now. Just finished building DEE'S one. So we'll say 4.5 builds. I've still got another 3 builds to go. So 1, 2, core. More than that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got nearly 5 more builds to go of these big builds. So yeah, pressure's on at the moment because race events are coming up. Okay, 5.5. Oh yeah, because of the half. Yeah, sorry, yeah, 5.5. So yeah, pressure's on at the moment, but we're getting them out the door, so which is good. So this, just need to get a good number out of this, 100 to 200, 2 to 250, and get a quarter mile done as well and see what we can get. So yeah, stay tuned.
Guys, here's a teaser of Dee's car, ES 1200, on just map 4 of 6. So stay tuned for next week where we take this all the way up to full boost mode and see what numbers it does.